Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, if you've just returned from a busy day at the office, you may well have contributed to a small rise in productivity in Britain. But the bad news is we've still got a long way to go to become as productive as we were before the financial crisis. There are also big disparities between workers in London and the South East and much of the rest of the country. Our business editor, Siobhan Kennedy, reports.
Productivity here can be measured by the metre. Every day, Jonathan Duck's factory churns out 20,000 metres of high-quality vinyl flooring, 4 times as much as when he took over the business in 2003. Back then, productivity was at best adequate, and there was pressure from overseas competition. So he came up with a plan.
We contract manufactured part of our range in the Far East for a short period, learnt what was working for the Chinese, and then nicked all their best ideas, brought them back here and focused very rigorously on increasing speeds through our factory, products that we made that suited our equipment, and also increasing the designs.
It was the emergence of the factory production lines, sweeping away centuries of cottage industry, that was responsible for the biggest boost to productivity the world has seen.
Productivity, it may not sound very exciting, but it's actually key to the success of businesses like these and the long-term health of the global economy. Because if you can harness technology, training and skills to get more out of your workforce, then they'll produce more and you'll sell more. Their wages will rise and that will help grow the economy. But saying it and doing it are two very different things.
That's especially true here in the UK. Our economy may be growing, yes, but our productivity continues to lag behind. In 2007, just before the credit crunch hit, Britain's productivity was just 4% below the average for the G7, including countries such as Germany, France and the USA. But by the end of last year, things had got much worse. According to government statistics, Britain had slipped 18% behind. And that's put us 15th in the global productivity ratings. Carolyn Fairbairn, the boss of the CBI Business Lobby Group, says a combination of education, bad management, poor infrastructure and a lack of exporters is what needs to be addressed.
Productivity, I think, is the single most important priority for the UK over the coming few years, because it is the determinant of living standards, it's the determinant of our growth rate because it defines our competitiveness, and at the end of the day it determines how much money we can spend on public services. So it is fundamental. It is not just a nationwide issue, it's one that is very important regionally because we have very big regional productivity differences. So if we can get this right, we could make such a difference to some of the concerns about inequality and some of the concerns about stagnant wages.
Prisoners get more free respect.
But it's also about driving the right type of productivity. But does the desire for increased output come at the expense of workers' conditions, like this undercover filming by this programme inside a JD Sports factory last month? It's productivity, yes, but not the type that's increasing living standards.
And what about the dangers of high productivity where it is merely throwing bodies at the job?
Yes, I mean, that would be one answer, to try and flog everybody harder. That is not the way forwards as a responsible employer. It's all about thinking smart, investing heavily, not expecting people to crucify themselves working in a business. You want everybody to be motivated, thinking and using their natural skills. That's what really makes you productive in the long term.
Productivity was the main focus of this autumn's budget. With the uncertainty of Brexit weighing heavily, the government hopes that cracking the productivity problem will lead to a successful and prosperous life for Britain outside the EU.